Greetings. How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing fine. Okay. Like I told you yesterday, I have some metadata, but before I share it, I will just put three very important links in the description, in the chat actually. The first one being Kimet and Ma'at. If you have to watch any of the videos that I have uploaded, this is definitely the one. Then another one that is very important, deception of Asiatic black men. This one is White Semites Black Awakening. It's a wake-up call. Now, this one here is a full MetaNet sign list. Also, my Twitter account. Twitter. And lastly, my Instagram account. There it is. Okay, let's deal with the MetaNet. Okay. Now, this artifact right there is from the Louvre Museum in Paris, France. There might be a line at the bottom, but it doesn't change the fact that we have all the sounds, so it's all good. Okay, I think there is actually a line at the bottom. Now, you don't have to worry about that line. We will see that later on because that word jet comes very often on the artifacts of ancient Egypt. So the reference of this artifact is number C9. I think, well, okay, C9. Let's make it short. C9 in the Louvre Museum. So I took the picture myself when I went there. This is an original document. So that's the actual, oh, hold on. Okay, I have to make this smaller so I can have the cursor. So that's the artifact right there, here. Okay, that symbol here, reference R8, that's the one there. That's the symbol for Netter or Netcher, if you want to be more precise. This is the Nefer symbol. Bear with me. Okay, so this is the Nefer symbol here. Oh, I don't have my book with me because this one actually looks, you have two lines at the top. I would double check this one, but I don't see it being any other one. Sometimes you have slight variations. So Nefer, which can be translated as good or pretty, and you must know that word because with the famous name Nefertiti, you have the feminine form of Nefer, which is Neferet, which means the pretty feminine form. Nefertiti's name is actually Neferet Et. The pretty has come, or the pretty has arrived, or the pretty is welcome. Et means welcome, actually. We've dealt with that in the MetaNet introduction. Okay. So when you have Nefer associated with the Netcher, if you go to some MetaNet books, you will find that a translation that they give us is perfect God, not good God or pretty God. It might mean good God, but who knows? But I'm pretty sure they would not mean pretty God. And that's not really a way that we can figure people addressing to a deity. The duck, which stands for Sa, which means son. If you want to say daughter, you add the T, that T here, X1, that you might have seen many times, and that's Sat. But there it's Sa. And then here, this glyph here, that's the solar disk, Ra, Sa Ra, son of Ra. You see, this might not look like much here, but that's a lot of work. You have the original artifact there. You have the Medu Neter transcript there. Here you have what is called the transliteration, because you have all those symbols and some of the symbols we don't have in our alphabet. And there, of course, you have the translation. So it don't get no better than that. Actually, there's one thing maybe I might have added is the spelling. But I've done that, I'm sure, for other videos. There was a space issue, so I don't think you will hold that against me. One moment. Hello, bro. Hello, bro. Je suis francophone. Okay, he's a French speaker. So, bienvenue, bienvenue. Là, c'est une leçon de Medu Neter. Donc, n'hésite pas si tu as des questions. Et quand j'ai fini, je vais lire et essayer de répondre si je peux. Voilà. So I told him to not hesitate. If he has any questions, when I finish with the Medu Neter, I will read if there is any question and try to answer if I can. Now, the cartouche. Hold on. I forgot to put the glyph for the cartouche, I think. I'm actually surprised. There is a reference for the cartouche. And remember, inside of a cartouche, you have a king's name. And it is horizontal, but you can flip it. I mean, you can see it. This time it is vertical, but you can find it horizontally. But by default, if you have any hieroglyphic software, well, the one that I use, it is horizontal. So this is the S symbol, unilateral, which is in the list. And when I say the list, I've shared the link that says Medu Neter in the chat. And at the bottom of every page, you have the quote-unquote Medu Neter alphabet, the equivalent to our alphabet. I mean, really Medu Neter sound list rather than sign list. Have a look and you will understand. Now, to Kiva wrote, I'm confused. The alphabet of Kemet is not the same as all dynasty. Should be the same. I mean, I don't know exactly what you mean. Don't know exactly what you mean. So this is the B sound. This is also in the list. This is the K sound. This glyph alone stands for Hotep. And with the grammar, we have the T and the P. So remember, we don't read that Hotep Tep, but just Hotep. So that's Sobek Hotep. Okay? And for those who might wonder why we say Sobek Hotep, see, I wrote the name here, rather than Sebek Hotep. The convention makes us put E's, the letter E, in between letters because we only have consonants. I suspect that we know where to put the O thanks to the Coptic. Actually, there's that word sen, which means brother. If I'm not mistaken, people will correct me if I'm wrong. In the Coptic, it's son. Okay. So I think that's the reason why we say Hotep rather than Hetep. But some people say Hetep. It's all good. It's all good. So keep on coming, people. And if you have questions, feel free. I see there's a few people here. I have 7 people right now. And it's been 10 minutes that we started. Feel free if you have questions, because I don't intend on flowing too long if there's no questions. or statements or corrections. So Hotep meaning peace or being appeased or at peace. So I translated Sobek Hotep as Sobek is at peace. Then you have D Ankh. D stands for giving or to be given. So that's why I put may he get life or may he be given life, but I didn't have much space. And Jet eternally. And I think that line is just underneath the T, this symbol here, this glyph for T. Okay, a notification of a comment. So there you have it. There you have it. And what is good is that I have many pictures from the Louvre Museum. In the British Museum, for strange reason, I didn't take much pictures, and I think it was just the issue of time. I filmed, but I really did not. I did not really take pictures, but I have plenty of pictures of artifacts, original artifacts from the Louvre Museum, and so we will go through some original documents. All right. So yes, I went through it much quicker than I expected. I hope I did not go too fast. Now, feel free if there are any questions. I mean, I can wait at least 15 minutes. It's about 12 minutes almost. So I am aware that when you know something, it is obviously obvious to you. It is simple to you, but for other people, it might be complicated. Might be complicated. And I know because I love languages, I learned a few languages, and it's something different. It's not the same thought process, not the same order, not the same kind of grammar. But if you're interested, if you like it, you will get there. It's a matter of knowing the basis and then its vocabulary. Of course, there are grammatical rules, but it's not too difficult. For example, the Arabic, that's something else. The Arabic, there's an exception about like 6 letters. Do not have that rule, but besides that, most letters in the Arabic language are written 4 different ways. One way when they are isolated, one way at the beginning of a word, one way in the middle of a word, and one way at the end of a word. So that's something for you. Just the alphabet alone. You have to learn to recognize the signs. But with the Medu Neter, it is always written the same way. And there is no small caps and upper caps with the Medu Neter. So that's one advantage. Okay. Though we have the more cursive form of writing, which might not be too easy to distinguish. This is the classical form of Medu Neter, so to speak, here that we see there. I've shown the cursive in the Papyrus of Ani, known as the Book of the Dead, which is really the Peret Em Heru. You can see some cursive hieroglyphs. Okay. Well, there's no comments. It's 14 minutes. I'm waiting for 15 minutes. 1 more minute. If there's no comment, then I will leave it there. So it can be short and sweet. Because yesterday I was flowing. Damn, I went over an hour. I mean, I don't mind. But in the meantime, I will read the comment that was left. I had one comment. Mostly Bible copied. Bible still can help you if you're lost in this satanic world. That's in the video comment in math. Wow, to each his own. Okay, that's it. 15 minutes exactly. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I hope you will remain healthy, safe, and I will definitely holler at you later. You know what's funny is that I really love sharing the Medu Neter, but there's not many people, and I understand it's not easy. I wish there would be more people. Remember yesterday, I read the comments of someone saying that, it's about time for us to have groups and to share and so on. And many people say they want to learn it, but here it is. But then again, I'm aware also that I did not uh, warn people beforehand about the live. So if people knew, I guess they would have tuned in, they would have made themselves available. That's a factor that I need to take into consideration. So it's all good. So thank you very much for tuning in. And I will definitely holler at you later. Hotep Senu, Hotep Senut. Dua itu.